What's up, y'all? Travis here, Carry Me Back Farms, Carson, Virginia. Got some new and exciting updates about the farm in 2026. We will not be raising hay this year. First year in a long time where we will not be raising hay. Sparing the details, a lot of thought and decision making and talking went into this, but it basically boiled down to burning the candle at both ends, trying to raise produce and hay. And with a new baby coming in June and a toddler already here, we needed to simplify the farm operation a little bit, focus all of our efforts on one thing and stop half-assing both. So we chose produce. Carry Me Back Farms is a taste of the South that you can't live without, and that's all we'll be doing now is edible produce. We're going to attempt to sell all of it direct to retail. And what we can't sell retail, we'll sell wholesale and see if we can't make a few dollars doing it. And I'm going to take y'all along with us during this whole process. This first video is all about soil testing, and there will be videos coming out for tillage, for lime application, fertilizer, planting, spraying, harvesting, all that good stuff. We're going to start today for soil sampling. We are in a 2.5 acre field that last year was nothing. It was just bare land that we bush hogged, except for this about a half acre, maybe 3/8 of an acre patch of greens that we raised, that we're still picking from right now, actually. So it's been several years since this field has been moldboard plowed, so we're going to turn this dirt over this year. And before I do that, I want to get a soil test done, and I want to get some lime spread. It is the third weekend or second weekend in January, so 17th, I believe, Lee Jackson Day weekend. And we're going to take some soil tests today. We're going to send them out to Virginia Tech Monday. Hopefully they'll get them back by the end of the week, beginning of next week, and I'll get somebody out here before the end of the month to spread some lime. Then we'll start turning dirt over in February. So I'm going to show you today how I do a soil test. We start with a soil test probe. This right here. This is about the cheapest one you're going to find. Mine has been well used. It's bent. We're going to be plowing. Ideally, we'd be plowing between 10 and 12 inches. But this ground is a little harder than I thought. So we're probably going to end up about 8 inches deep. So 8 inches is right about here, somewhere in this general area. So we're just going to basically try to sink this thing as deep as I can without bending it again. And then we're going to take it and mix it in this bucket here. Then we're going to put it in this box right here. We're going to send it to the Virginia Cooperative Extension Office, and that's going to go along with, if I can get it over to me, this form right here for commercial crop production. They're going to analyze it. They're going to tell me my pH level. They're going to give me recommendations based off of my expected yield for what kind of NP and K I need to put out, and also any micronutrients that I might need to add. So without further ado, let me show you how this is done, or at least how I do it. We're going to take this unit here, pull it out. As you can tell, we got some pretty sandy soil here. I don't actually see a lick of clay right there. If you look right there on the end, that's a lot of sand, which can be good for vegetable production. But it can also be bad if you don't have irrigation, which is why I have spent a lot of my money here lately doing or acquiring irrigation stuff. So basically this is a 2.5 acre field. I'm gonna go get about 10 more of these, and we're gonna put them here. We're gonna mix them all up. Then we're gonna put them in the box and send them off. All right. Now minus that the camera flipped over, so y'all didn't get to see most of my sample collecting. This is the results of about 10 soil samples from this 2.5 acre field. So we're gonna mix them all together. This is what we got. Sandy loam. We're gonna go ahead and make our box. Helpful, close first. Ta-da, box. Get our mixed up dirt. Put that in there. I like to make sure I get it good and full. Close first. And ta-da, we got a soil sample ready to go to the Virginia Cooperative Extension at Virginia Tech. Appreciate y'all. This is a just shy of 3 acre field. We're gonna be putting 3 different crops in this field. Over here, where the pumpkins were last year, that's where sweet corn is going. Over here, where the sweet corn was going last year, is gonna be watermelons and then tomatoes. So we're gonna take 3 different boxes worth of soil samples, each in their own respective area. Hopefully my camera won't fall over this time. As you can tell by looking in here, there is some clay in this field. About the only clay that I have on just about any ground that I work. Most of the rest of it is sand, which is okay with me. So we're gonna mix this up. This particular half of the field is sweet corn. All right, on to the next field. Field number 3. This field is gonna have some sweet corn and then possibly watermelon. I don't know. Haven't 100% decided yet, but it's gonna have at least sweet corn in it. So we're gonna take at least a sweet corn sample. Pretty much all sand. Last field. This is gonna be about 5 acres of pumpkins in here. This was nothing last year. Was going to be hay, decided against it. So this field has not been worked in 2 years. So we're gonna get this the old soil test and put 5 acres of pumpkins here. So most of this field is sand, except for this last test that I took over yonder in that corner. There is a clay glob in this field. Clay glob. Unfortunately, I don't really have the ability to vary my spread fertilizer and lime all that well. So we're going to include this in the soil sample test, but in all honesty, we ought to be fertilizing and liming that particular section differently. But we're not, because we're poor boy farming. So this is the last test. We're going to box it all up, ship it off to Virginia Tech. Well, we got all the soil samples taken. I got boxes of dirt. I got boxes of dirt. Now we got to mail them off to Virginia Tech. Hopefully they'll give me some good results. Appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all on the next episode where we do some more poor boy farming.